Shalom, Kohala, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. So this, pager explosion that just happened in Lebanon yesterday, this is, of course, continuing to escalate things in the so-called Middle East, Western Asia region. Nations over there are on edge. And who's at the forefront of it? Well, of course, it's the small hats. It's the nation state of Israel, okay? Which they're really the problem over there anyway, all right? But what's happening is the Lord is using those small hats to forward the purposes of World War III Armageddon, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, because this is what all these things are leading to. This is why ever since you saw that, before October 7th, things were going on. But October 7th was the point where that war really broke out full blown, where Israel actually declared war on those Palestinians. Now, to this day, over a year later, things continue to get worse, and them Israelis, they over there playing dirty. All right, like they've been deleting, men, women, and children, civilians that have nothing to do with Hamas. All right, which allegedly Hamas is why they started this whole war in the first place. But a year later, they still haven't defeated Hamas. All right, they still haven't gained any significant territory over this alleged Hamas threat. All right, which Hamas, we already know, was set up by intelligence agencies, all right, as a boogeyman that the nation of Israel could go in there and do what you see is happening right now to those Palestinians, all right, even now to Lebanon, because they said that now Hamas is in Lebanon. All right, so these devils are out of control. And even the Israelis, all right, they're protesting against Netanyahu, all right, to stop this war. But of course, that's not going to happen because that's not in his best interest to stop this war, or else he just be completely finished. So this thing going to continue on, and they, they're going to continue until all-out war breaks out in the Middle East. You see, this is what they want, man. And ultimately, this is further what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai wants. All right, so yesterday, at least 9 dead, thousands more injured from exploding pagers and also exploding radio equipment as well, which the info has come out now that Israeli intelligence was behind all of this. So all across the earth, you're seeing outcry, outrage against the nation of Israel. And it's really gotten to the point now where people really despise the small hat. It's really gotten to the point now where people cannot stand these devils because they're really the problem of the whole earth, but really the chief house of Esau, which is Amalek, all right, them small hats, them big nose people, all right, they the ones running the show. So let's start off with this TikTok right here to get some edification on what's going on. Then we'll jump to an article and some precepts. Lord willing, this is edifying.
This stunning and far-reaching deadly attack across Lebanon, thousands of pagers belonging to Hezbollah militants simultaneously exploding, many of them exploding in the pockets of those carrying them. The explosions killing at least 9 people and wounding thousands. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz reporting from the region tonight.
Tonight, shockwaves and panic across Lebanon after a stunning, unprecedented attack, both widespread and personal. Thousands of pagers belonging to Hezbollah militants exploding simultaneously, leaving at least 2,800 wounded, including civilians, and at least 9 dead, including a child. The wireless devices blowing up in hands, pockets, and here you see a shopping bag. Another security video shows a man reaching for his pocket before it explodes. The scream of ambulances reverberating through cities one after another. Graphic images, which we have blurred, emerging from hospitals, showing fingers blown off, faces badly bloodied, and torsos and thighs ripped apart. Iran's ambassador to Lebanon also injured, but not seriously. Back in February, Hezbollah's leader telling his operatives to get rid of mobile phones, calling them a deadly agent. An intelligence source telling ABC that the Israelis have long been working to perfect what they call a supply chain interdiction attack. Former State Department official Steve Ganyard explains how that might work.
The Israelis likely saw an opportunity, bought up thousands of pagers, took them apart, inserted explosives, and then put them back on the market to sell directly to Hezbollah. And then using the radio frequencies that normally bring data into that pager, they simultaneously detonated all of the pagers.
Israel has not claimed responsibility and has not commented, but tonight Lebanon's Council of Ministers calling the attack criminal Israeli aggression on a sovereign country, and Hezbollah warning that a response is coming. The targeted explosions followed warnings from Israeli leaders that they might ramp up the military campaign against Hezbollah after months of tension on the border and a regular exchange of missiles and rockets. U.S. officials believe there will be a response by Hezbollah, but it may take some time. Hezbollah has not only lost a principal way it communicates, but had operatives killed and hundreds, if not thousands, of wounded operatives put out of commission for weeks, if not months to come. David?
Martha Raddatz on this breaking story from the region tonight. Martha, thank you. Story tonight. This
guys.
So yeah, you see what these devils got going on. And you gotta ask the question, if Israel allegedly is at war with Hamas, right? An alleged military group, which once again was set up by intelligence agencies as a boogeyman. If you're at war with Hamas and you're seeking to take out these aggressors, why would you need to bring Israeli spies in and pretty much, sabotage electronic equipment that can be used as a weapon against ordinary civilians that have nothing to do with Hamas? And this ain't nothing new. Like, we've been seeing this same very thing since this whole war popped off. But it shows you this ain't about Hamas, okay? This was never about Hamas. This was never about stopping terrorism, because the real terrorists in that land are the small hats, okay? Everybody knows that. The whole world can see that they're the real terrorists. They brung terror to that land, all right? And then Palestinians, they're the victims, all right? Now, we understand that them small hats nor the Palestinians belong there. That's not their land. That's really our land. But at the end of the day, they over there for the sake of, prophecy. So this is what you have going on. And these devils, they not stopping. And they continue to lie. They continue to push falsehoods out there about what the real narrative of what's going on with these events is. And they are coming off as, we're the victims. Hamas is coming against us. We must destroy terrorism. All this rhetoric that they pumping out there, which is all BS. And the whole world can see that, man. All right. So right now on the global stage, you have national and global outcry against what them small hats is doing. And guess who's backing them? America, Britain, the NATO nations are right there supporting Israel in their fight. Okay? So now we can go here. What we just witnessed in the Middle East has shocked the world. And it may be just the beginning. And yeah, it is just the beginning, because the scriptures talk about, a time of great tribulation. Well, guess what? This time of great tribulation is already started in many parts of the earth. It really hasn't come to America just yet, but it's about to. Okay, well, you're going to be seeing, bombs detonating. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be seeing people drop by the thousands left and right. Okay, this is already going on in certain parts of the earth. And once again, Esau, he's at the forefront of it. And this is what they've always done. Okay, anytime they wanted to go into a land, take over the resources, control the people, have full control, they went in there, they've raped, robbed, murdered, all right, and they've lied their way to a position of authority. The same thing is going on to this day, man, which shows you that the nature of the devil don't change. All right, this is who they've always been. All right, Yahweh Shah said that the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Which that thief is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, these devils have raped, robbed, murdered, destroyed the whole of the earth, and they won't stop because that's their MO. What we just witnessed in the Middle East shocked the entire globe. Sadly, a lot more death and destruction is coming, whether they are both willing to admit it or not. The truth is that Israel and Hezbollah are at war. It is just a limited war for now, but it is only a matter of time before it escalates into an all-out war that kills vast numbers of people on both sides. It doesn't take much imagination to figure out how this ends. When there is an existential conflict that involves two parties which absolutely refuse to back down, only one party is ultimately going to survive. Unfortunately, most people have absolutely no idea what is coming. It appears that we may have already reached a point of no return. After the attack that occurred on Tuesday, Hezbollah will be more determined to wipe out Israel than ever before. All right. And this goes into the prophecy of Jeremiah. Let's get it. Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that he has taken against Edom. Right. This is the counsel of the Lord against Edom. Right. And his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock, being the nation state of Israel, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So the least of the flock, the youngest nation, the smallest nation out of these Western, governments, these Edomite controlled governments, right, is Israel. And they're drawing out all the other nations to war. You see, because of what they're doing in the Middle East, killing civilians, okay, having no regard for life, committing crimes against humanity. All right, the whole world is in an uproar against these devils. So they're the main focal point right now in biblical prophecy. Okay, Esau, Edom, mainly being those small hats that's over there in the land, causing all kinds of chaos and havoc. All right, but the Lord has them in his spirit to continue this way to fulfill his will, which ultimately, what was spoken, all right, what the prophecy that have gone out of the Lord's mouth shall not return unto him void. So whatever the Lord has spoken, these things must be fulfilled, man. All right, yeah. What's going on is graphic. It is tragic, what's going on, but really, to hell with these heathen, all right, because when we was the ones getting brutalized, our land's being taken over, no one had pity on us, and ultimately, that's our land anyway, so the Lord is really destroying them heathen out that land so that we can take it back over, all right, when all is fulfilled, okay? Now, let's go to Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6, and let's see here. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Now, who is this red horse? All right, now this red horse is synonymous with that of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, because when you go back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, what Esau, he came out red, okay? Esau came out red. Edom is red. All right. So red is synonymous with the Edomite, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Now, what did Isaac bless Esau with? He said, "What thou shalt live by the sword. By the sword shalt thou live." Right. So this man lives by warfare, and the sword is not just weaponry. You know, this man lives by the sword in many facets. All right, creating GMOs, poison in the air, poison in the water. You see, pushing out, false doctrine, okay, distorting the truth. All these things encompass the sword, man. All right, and that's how this man lives. This man is truly the devil, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Once again, going back to that blessing, by the sword shalt thou live. So this red horse is referring to Esau, Edom, and this is why you see that there's no peace in the earth, because this man, pursuing to Job 9:24, when the wicked Salakia, when Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see? So the fact that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, there's no peace in the earth, man. All right, there's no righteousness in the earth because the wicked beareth rule. All right? Proverbs 29:2. You see? So this man gotta go. All right, because him continuing this way is making the earth a wilderness, man. All right, this man is destroying the earth. He's destroying the people. He has no regard for life. All right, and this is all in pursuit to have full dominion over the earth, to have that everlasting blessing, which is all in vain. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. All right, so these Edomites, they're greatly despised among the heathen. And why? Because the things that you see, like what's going on in the Middle East right now. And it's not just that, because people have been hating the Edomites, because they've gone all around the earth, and they've afflicted all nations. Okay, they've afflicted all nations. Took them away from their culture, took them away from their heritage. Taught them the ways of wickedness. All right, and he's pushed that vibration all around the earth. All right, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, the original caveman. Okay, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And Yahweh Bashmel Shai is going to bring you down to the ground, you damn devil. All right, because the triumphing of the wicked, as it is written, is for a short time. All right, so this devil don't have that much longer to operate. That's why he going as hard as he is, Revelation 12:12. You see? So he going as hard as he is because he know that his time is almost up. So he like, shit, I gotta make something happen. You see? He see the shot clock, and he see that, he's at the last, 1.5, man. So that's why these heathen are raging. But yeah, these Edomites, they're greatly despised among the heathen. Okay, no nation really wants to deal with the Edomite, and it's been that way. But pretty much Esau had the nations in line at a certain point because he had the sword. He had nuclear weapons. He had tanks. He had cannons. He had all type of weaponry, man, that the nations couldn't deal with. So they ain't have a choice but to concede to this man's demands. All right, but now the playing field has been leveled. Now these weaker nations, when you read Joel the 3rd chapter, let the weak say I'm strong. Now these weaker nations, now they have nukes. Okay, now they have great armies. Okay, now they have just as good, or if not better, weaponry than what Esau got. All right, so now they starting to pop off on Esau. All right, now they not afraid no more. Now they saying we strong too. Now we can go to war against the beast. When at one point, the rhetoric, the sentiment was who can make war with the beast. You see, but now they like, man, everything is off the table, man. Okay, now we going full steam ahead, no brakes. So this is all leading to one thing, right, which is the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. right? Where all these nations are going to be judged. You know, the Most High is going to take them down violently. You see, and even in the midst of that fighting, you know, they still going to turn on the Lord. You know, read about that second Ezra 13th chapter. You know, when Yahweh Shai cracked them clouds, they all gonna be fighting each other. Then when Yahweh Shai come back, they're gonna turn their guns on Yahweh Shai. Okay? So these nations are still deceived. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, the Lord got something for all these heathen coming real soon. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. That's the point. Okay, you know, this is a time. This is not a time of peace. This is a time of war, because peace has left the earth. You see, and the Lord has put the spirit of war within the earth. Ultimately, because the Lord is a man of war. All right, the Lord is a man of war, man. So this is how the Lord is going to bring these nations down, by way of war, violence, and bloodshed. You see? So, hey, we're living through biblical prophecy. All right, we're at the very latter end of these last days. You know, wickedness is at an all-time high. What Yahweh Shah told us, you know, you would see wars and rumors of wars. All right, you would see nation rise against nation. These are all the things that Yahweh Shah said that we would see before he would make his, you know, second coming. All right, so we're right there. We just gotta continue to watch and continue to stay locked into prophecy. I'm gonna go ahead and end here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash, call Halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect. Come Yasha Allah and the Bible Ball. Shalom.